I'm not a controversial man. It's just that I say what people don't want to say. Like I say, Obasanjo is a thief. It's the definition that he's a thief. He knows he's a thief. Otherwise, he cannot build what he built in Abeokuta and Ota to himself. A man who came to power with 20,000 naira. This he told me. And I have him in audio and video where he was explaining that he had only 20,000 in my sitting room in Victoria Land, in my house in Victoria Land. So a man who came to power with 20,000 naira and is a multi-billionaire today, nobody checks how he makes the money. So Nigeria is free for all, unless President Buhari goes back to probe people like President Obasanjo. We will not start talking about corruption. He has not started. I want President Buhari to give Magu a mandate tomorrow to go and try President Obasanjo. Then I will know we have started fighting corruption. We have not started.
A lot of people feel that you are so passionate about Chief Obasanjo. Really, of course, we knew some of those things that happened then, the closing down of Hallmark Airline.
No. It's not about that. We are past that stage.
Okay, sir.
Hallmark Bank, Airline, the oil block, they are my business. I have moved forward. I have moved forward. I'm not even thinking about that. But he deprived Nigerian people who were working, 5,000 workers in Hallmark Bank and worked at 3 branches. He deprived them their daily food. He deprived 14 aircraft on ground for Slok Airline. He deprived all people employed in Kano, in Kaduna, where we had bases in Port Harcourt, in Owerri, in Enugu, in Lagos, and in West Africa, all the West African coast. He deprived them of their daily food. It's not Orji Kalu. And by being in trouble, trying to sort myself with my banks because of his action and inactions. But it's okay. I'll survive it. It's not a problem.
But how did you survive it?
But I'm still surviving it because I continue rescheduling and paying and rescheduling. Those are the burdens Obasanjo are giving to me. And I'm very grateful to God that a man must carry one burden in life. You must carry one burden. You don't need to live without burden. You remember what the Pope Francis said the other day. You cannot live and say that you live without problem. You cannot live without saying people will attack you. You cannot live and say you will go to a smooth road in life. There will be rough time. And those are part of the rough times I'm saying. And the problem he has put in me to be going to court every day in years. Those are the burden I need to carry. So I don't feel any pain.
Can you ever forgive President Obasanjo?
I have forgiven him, but I can't forget.
Because during your 50th birthday in 2010, you said you need to apologize to you. You thanked everybody, all the eminent people in Nigeria who has contributed to your career. But when it came to the other side, you said, Obasanjo, I need to appeal that you forgiving him anyway. I have forgiven
him. I told you this time without number. And I can never, if I don't forgive him, I will fight him in Bolotala Mohammed Airport. He's not a president, I'm not a governor. If I have not forgiven him, I can fight him at the Bolotala Mohammed Airport. It's 2 fighters. We go to police station and nothing will happen. So let me be honest to you. Yes, I have forgiven him and I want you to take this seriously. I have forgiven him, but I cannot forget what he did to the nation. It's not even what he did to me. It is $16 billion he stole with some businessmen without accounting to Federal Republic of Nigeria. Today, we are in darkness. And Obasanjo and his people supposed to be in prison. And they are still piling out on the road and saying people who own companies that are this and that. I mean, they are criminals as far as I'm concerned.
Let's go to the issue of letter writing. I mean, General Obasanjo started writing letter recently. He started with your former friend, President Goodluck Jonathan, and you saw what that letter did, because that letter demarcated Jonathan. Either we want to say the truth or not, and eventually Jonathan lost it. Then he wrote another letter recently to President Buhari. Now, I remember you wrote a letter that was September 25, 2005 to President Obasanjo, calling his attention to some of the negative things that was going on in his government, the corruption, the money laundering, and some other nefarious activities, according to you. And unfortunately, you also quoted Galatians, I think it was Galatians 6, verse 7 to 8, and that was seen to be the reason Chief Olusegun Obasanjo decided to pound on you. When you see your letter, you writing that letter was the first letter gate in Nigeria, and would you say that was the reason Chief Obasanjo decided to pound on you? Because in that letter, it was not much like a letter, it was more like a revelation of things that are going on in the country, and telling the man that, look, you are black, you are not white. So would you say that was that letter from?
Well, that letter is one of them because you can know I'm very blunt. I'm not meant to be in Nigerian democracy. I will even pursue corruption more than President Buhari because that letter is one of them.
Okay, sir.
The second thing was third term. This is why he went after me.
Yeah.
So the letter was a major part because I sent the letter to President Bush and I sent it to Prime Minister Tony Blair, and they confronted him. Obasanjo. When he wrote both President Bush and Tony Blair that I stole money. They said they have not seen anything. He told them I bought a house in overseas. They proved to him that I bought a house in London and I bought it in 1991. I sold my house in Massachusetts, in Boston, 1921 facing this street in Marapan. I sold it for $3.8 million. I went to Potomac to buy a house in 2003 for $1.something million. I still had change of $2.something million. So how come? He wrote to President Bush that in your backyard, my governor bought a house in Washington D.C. where you live as president. Can you confiscate it? The American intelligence, the American agencies looked at all those things. I sold a house in Boston, and I transferred the money to Chase Manhattan Bank. I Chase Manhattan transferred $1.something million to buy a new house. Will I not buy a house because I'm a governor? And I declared it. When I bought, I wrote to Code of Conduct that I have bought another house. And this is my house, and this is how I bought it. I sold my house in 19/21 facing this street in Marapan, Boston, because the people living in it were messing me up so much. They were making me go to court every day. They are this what do you call? They are these people paid by the council.
Okay.
It was
living on mortgage.
No.
Okay.
Not what it was welfare people. It was welfare people.
Yeah.
There are block of apartments, tall apartments, 19/21 facing this street in Marapan. So every day somebody will go and break something. They say they are falling in ice and I'll be called to court. My insurance will pay. So I said no, enough is enough. I sold the property. When I sold the property, I said I will never do that kind of business again. Then I was already governor. And 19/21 facing then was bought in 1992.
That was before he even became governor.
So I sold it and I made it open. I even gave interview when I bought the house in Potomac. It wasn't a hidden agenda. I said I bought a new house. I invited the Nigerian ambassador. I invited the Nigerian embassy. They came, they ate with me, and the house is in my name. It's not hidden. It's there till tomorrow. 2 months before I became governor. I live in Victoria Island before I became governor. I live in Hampstead in London before I became governor. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. My house is there. So why is it only this one? I bought one as a state government, which the source of money were convinced by American government. So Obasanjo is just a common criminal on the street because he is a criminal because he came to be president with 20,000. All his bills throughout he left prison were paid by me.
That was when he was in
so how can I become thief? He was sleeping in my house in Victoria Island. So how can I become thief? Immediately he became president. I started taking money away. So all the businessmen he used in siphoning our money, I want President Buhari to mandate Magu tomorrow. And that is the only way I can know that Buhari is pursuing corruption to probe President Obasanjo.
Can we say that the President Obasanjo as an elderly person maybe was intimidated by your wealth? Because we also have it on good source that you gave the first 500 million to elevate the People's Democratic Party in 1998. And you gave him because you learned that the party was running under some very horrible circumstances.
No, not under horrible circumstances. The party said they had no money.
You don't have money. Okay.
They don't have money to give to the 36 states when we are formed in 1998. So the party started saying, how would they raise money? I got out 500 million. I said, loan. It wasn't dash.
Okay. A lot of people thought
in 1998, it wasn't dash. And gave to the party. They shared this money to 36 states of Nigeria. And I gave President Obasanjo 100 million, which he cashed in First Bank in Ota. So, this is free. now for election. So how can I be thief today? And those that have no money become excellent. They say I stole 2 billion. Eh? How can it be possible? This man wanted to arrest my mother. He tried to arrest my mother. He sent Nuhu Ribado, the shameless Nuhu Ribado. He sent him to go and arrest my mother in Aba. That if they get my mother, they will get me. To append my signature in Tottenham. I was one of those who derailed Tottenham. And Nigerians should be grateful to Ibrahim Matu in derailing Tottenham. And they should be grateful to President Bush, who came openly and told Obasanjo, I will deal with you. And that is the truth.
Oh, you mean the President Bush warned him?
Warned him. He said, if you try it, I will come after you. President Bush is alive.
We know he's your friend, sir.
Forget about friendship. We are talking about facts.
No, President Bush. Yeah.
No, forget about it's a fact.
Okay, sir.
The fact is that he told him you cannot try it. Because Obasanjo wanted to start Teta from AU. When he took the meeting of the AU to Sudan, knowing that President al-Bashir was not be qualified to contest. Yeah, he wanted the heads of state to ask him to continue. Unfortunately for him, he never knew we had planned a coup under him with bringing the president of Tanzania, with President Thabo Mbeki and President John Kufuor. They said no, they will not allow Tottenham with those presidents, with Americans. They planned it and said no, we will not allow this to happen. And that was exactly what happened.
It's quite.
So he went to bring President Bush. President Bush told him, as long as you don't exceed Nigerian constitution. Even people who are taking credit in the Senate, the person who derailed the third term in the Senate is Ibrahim Mantu and Wabara and Adolphus Wabara. Because he was just removed as Senate president. So we contacted him, made a deal with Mantu, and we used them to derail the thing. I will not come in details how we derailed it, but it was a full Marshall plan to derail it that day and kill it. And that's how we killed it.
So His Excellency Orji Uzor Kalu was one of them. Maybe that was one of the reasons you are under attack.
No, that is the major reason why I'm under attack. Because President Obasanjo told me that I will kneel down and suffer for the rest of my life. That he will deal with me, that he will crumble me. That he told me face to face, that is the truth. So I don't care about what he says. Not my God. I'm still wearing nice suits till tomorrow. I'm still seeing him till tomorrow. The immorality in a man is in Obasanjo, who cannot speak through double petal. You see, Obasanjo is a shameless man because he's supposed to be one-term president. This is the promise he made to us. I went to Babangida.
Oh, you mean there was a promise that
there was a deal made?
He said it was a lie.
It's not a lie, it's the truth. No. I was there. There was a deal made.
They want to do the Mandela option.
He said he will do one tenure. Then you, President Babangida, you will continue. This was a deal made. Babangida is alive. Obasanjo is alive. Let any of them contradict it. We'll go to ATA and talk about it. So it's not a lie. It's the truth. So there was a deal made. I went with Babangida to him. When Babangida informed him that they like him to be the president. He said, how many presidents will you make him be?
Yes, that was the
I'm not interested. He woke up, he was wearing a short knicker, khaki short knicker. He went back and came back and said, Ibrahim, well, what you are just trying to tell me is that I only do 4 years and I hand over to you. So we sat him down and we started talking. He said yes, he will do one tenure. I was there. I'm not saying somebody said.
Wow.
So how can he be lying to the nation? On many occasions, I confronted Babangida when he wanted. This was the reason why he wanted to fight him in 2003. Babangida said no, he would not want to confront his boss.
Oh, yeah.
That was the reason. And we said, okay, since you cannot do it, let's use Atiku to do it. At the tail end, Atiku said no, he had made up with his boss. So we are stranded. We could have used one governor to remove him. But
you mean impeachment?
Not impeachment. No, 2003 election. Obasanjo was gone.
Okay, was gone. Okay. Because we learned that he knelt down and begged Atiku in his bedroom.
He also knelt down and begged me.
Where, sir?
In my bedroom. He came to the governor's lodge in Asokoro. He came middle of the night. He came straight to my bedroom because he's commander-in-chief. As commander-in-chief, the ADCs and security men have no right. They just knock on my bedroom. I opened. It was him. He knelt down and begged me. And after that, he won. I went to greet him. He said, I will suffer throughout my life for what I made to him. So this is the kind of man you are talking about. Obasanjo is an animal. He's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be caged where chimpanzees are in zoo.
So why is there no petition before the FCC?
Who told you? There are so many petitions. Go and ask Magu. I'm not a friend of Magu. Go and ask Magu. If you have no, there are many petitions against Obasanjo. 16 billion and other money he stole and money he gave to businessmen. Obasanjo is owner of so many companies you are seeing today in Nigeria.
But why it appears as if there's no activities around it, as if, you know, as
people know, they don't want to talk about it. This is why the US intelligence, the North American intelligence agency is not respect him. The European Union don't respect him. His power is only in AU. They don't respect him because they know he's a thief.
So let me ask you, where did you get the courage from? Because you see,
it's not courage. No, I say what other people fail to say.
A lot of people will have been wasted. Where did you get that courage to say the truth?
Because listen, I have overcome death.
Okay.
I have no fear of dying. I can die tomorrow. I can die today. So all those fears are out of me. I'm not even afraid of who will kill me and who will not kill me.
You are called to have breakfast with Obasanjo now. Will you or not to eat the same food? And if you cook the food and give you, will you eat it, sir?
Yes, I will eat it.
Why no, if Obasanjo...
I told you I have overgrown fear of death.
Oh, okay, sir.
I was in Igbaland the other day. I slept there for 2 nights.
In Igbaland?
Yes, I was in Igbaland. I was in Owu. I slept there for 2 nights. I ate every food they brought.
Nothing happened to
I ate everything they brought because I have accepted Jesus as my Savior. So I'm not even afraid of death. After all, our Lord Jesus Christ died at 33 years old. If next week, at the end of the weekend, I'm going to 58.
Yeah.
So what am I afraid of?